All right, so I am back to talk about music. So, music, what I've been listening to for my workouts, during my workouts, on my way home, on my way to work. I've been listening to, obviously, as people know, Tom Petty died. So, I'm like, okay, I have had I have the greatest hits or whatever. The essential, or I don't know, one of those. And so I have that, so I have the greatest hits. I used to listen to it when I was in the Navy. When I was stationed out in Jacksonville, Florida, when I was in the Navy, and I used to drive around listening to that, driving up and down the coast of Florida all the time. So my mind goes to Florida driving up and down the coast when I listen to it, so I love it. But I was like, I want to listen to more of his music. Like I said, I want to hear the albums, not just the hits. And so I've been listening to that, and it's very interesting because, like, it's very different. It's very different. You go like, wow, okay, like, there's the one hit, and you're like, okay, the rest of the album's not that great. And then, like, it seems like not until, like, the third album, that's when, like, he really hits his stride. And then even, like, the fourth album, I was like, oh, okay, there's only, like, one good song on here. And then there's, like I said, there's always those songs that you're like, oh, I didn't know about this song, and I really like it a lot. I've also been listening to the Secondhand Serenade that my buddy Slay J suggested. Listened to their first album, so you can tell it's their first album, but it was still pretty solid. And then I also got into more Silverstein. Here's the thing. So, like, Silverstein always with me, like, because it's like, it started off as screamo, and then not so much later, but they do dabble, like for me, it's the perfect music. Like when I gotta get out some anger and frustration, I just gotta go like, but I like also the singing, I like the melodic tones. So, and the lyrics and everything like that. So that's what I've been jamming out to, and I've been listening to all of their albums. It turns out I looked up more of their albums, and there's all kinds of albums that I didn't even have or know that they had out. And then there was one that I had that was untitled, and then I was like, okay, that's what this one is. So I've been listening to a lot of that, and so that's been really awesome. So I usually listen to Silverstein when I work out, and then on my way home is when I listen to Tom Petty. So that's what I've been doing on that end. And then for shows, more Kenichi, a little more Kenichi, and a little more Fate Zero in the background. I'm just like, it's okay. And then Kenichi's great, though. It's just getting better and better as it goes on. It's getting intense. And then, but the other shows, Gifted and Inhumans. Gifted is the Fox, it's a spin-off of X-Men, where, like, it's this time period where, like, the X-Men aren't around. I don't think the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants or Brotherhood is around either. But there are mutants, and there's, they have, like, their own version of, like, like the Sentinel group or whatever in the MRD or whatever. And so it's really, really great. You have this brother and sister, and then you also have this other team. You have Lorna Dane, which is Polaris, which is the daughter of Magneto. I don't know if they're going to say that in the show or not. And then they also have Thunderbird, which is really awesome. I love me some Native American representation, so that was really cool. And then they also have this guy that he looks Latino, and he's kind of like the leader and stuff, and he has like laser fingers. And then, like I said, this kid has powers, and then this other girl, it's kind of like Invisible Woman, but not, but she has like air bubble force fields and stuff. It's interesting. So I like it a lot. That show is top notch, like so good. Like from the word go, it is just top notch, high quality, good stuff, and it's superb. It's the X-Men show I've wanted for years, but they haven't made. And of course, it doesn't have big names, but still, it's a spin-off, and I like it anyways. I love it, in fact. Now, on the other hand, we have Marvel's Inhumans, which there has been 2 episodes out, and the first episode, I'm like, they really rush stuff. They should have done some character development first, and then gone on with this, because there's like the coup forms right away, like against Black Bolt, Maximus, and they've said like, oh, you're just human. So I'm like, is he hiding the fact that he has powers to mind control people, or what? Because he has mind control powers, and he's crazy. He's mad. Like, that's why they call him Maximus the Mad. That's kind of like his inhuman ability, is he's crazy, but he can control people's minds. So, you know, it's you got to take the good with the bad. So it's a decent show. I feel like there's some good, like Medusa is really solid. I don't really care that much for the guy that plays Black Bolt. I will say Ramsey Bolton, he's good, even though he's doing like an English accent. Like I mean American accent. I liked his English accent a lot better. I wish he had the same accent as Ramsey Bolton, or similar. Not the same, but different enough. Because he just has like an American accent, and I don't like that. But yeah, anyways, the rest of it's decent. I don't like Gorgon. I like his hooves, but I don't like his face. Like, I thought he was gonna look more like Gorgon. And then Triton, he looks pretty good, but they show him real quick. Crystal is gorgeous. She is amazing. Like, I don't think she's that good of an actress, but she is just absolutely stunning. And Medusa, even bald, like, she looked pretty good. But her hair looked really, really fake and super cheesy. That's the thing, is, like, I like her better bald, honestly. Like, not completely bald, but, yeah. I always kind of thought that, like, her hair just grew back really fast. I don't know why, but I did. So, yeah, so I don't know. And that's the other thing, is I don't really know that much about the Inhumans. People don't really care about much about the Inhumans, and this show is not doing it. Even Karnak, I'm like, Karnak's interesting, but the way they're going about his character, they're not doing it well. So, yeah, it's just, and they're doing it on Hawaii. Like, it's just odd. It's just weird. It's definitely not in a good place yet. I feel like it got better in the second episode, and it's going to get better as time goes on. But so this is going to be one of those shows you give time. Gifted, A+, you know, must watch, must see. Like, you have to, definitely, for sure. So yeah, I think that's it on that end. Like, comics, metal, the metal tie-ins are going great. Like, the Arrow one is awesome. Now there's this comic called the Batman the White Knight, where Joker's actually goes good, and so he's gonna save the city from Batman and stuff. So that's really interesting. At first, it didn't really seem like they were doing anything different, and then they changed things up, and I was like, okay, this sounds like something different. I don't know if it is legitimately, but to me, it sounds different. And then other stuff. Marvel, they had the Punisher Platoon, where, like, he's in, I want to say, Vietnam, and that is crazy. Like, him before he's the Punisher, and like him as a lieutenant or something like that, starting off. That was really good. So yeah, good stuff. And I haven't really been able to play video games, but I cannot wait to download and play Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain on PlayStation Plus on the PS4, because I have it for the PS3, but I know it's going to look so much better and play so much better on the PlayStation 4, so I cannot wait to try that out. Hopefully this weekend I'll have time and I can do that, so we'll see. So yeah, that's it for me for now. So I want to know, what's your favorite video game? I don't know if I've asked this before, but mine is Mass Effect, because to me it's a combination of like James Bond, Star Wars, Star Trek, and yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So yeah, so I want to know what your favorite video game is and why. So yeah, that's it. So stay fit, stay healthy, stay nerdy. Love and peace.